routine for normal, lazy people.
That's the motto. Throw back with no chaser, with no trouble.
I try to wake up when I hear the first birds chirping, or by 5:30 a.m., whichever comes first. False. At the earliest, I'm up at 8:30 in the morning, and that's on a good day. And by good day, I mean that I don't think I've ever actually done that. It's like 9. It's like 9. This is my morning routine and how I balance productive habits with accepting the normal, lazy-ish, beautiful person that I am. Good morning. I like watching morning routine videos, and I kind of want to make one that's a little more realistic for people who aren't like addicted to green juice. I don't think I'm journaling the proper amount. Apparently everyone's getting up first thing in the morning and just writing. I've never seen so many people write by hand ever in their life, let alone first thing in the morning, as when I'm watching morning routines. Which brings me to the topic of productivity and anxiety. When my anxiety goes up, my productivity goes down. And solving this has been the biggest game changer for me. And this brings me to a pretty accurate part of my morning routine, which is like spiraling on something and then getting a little paralyzed so I can't get out of bed and I already feel like I'm doing something wrong. So we're right on schedule. The expectation of nonstop productivity can actually end up paralyzing you more when you eventually don't hit the mark. My hack for when I'm spiraling is to get up and do anything with your body. Take 2 steps, move to a different room. Very impressive. If spiraling makes it hard for you to get going in the morning, try removing the perfectionist standard. Accepting that it won't be perfect usually actually helps you get a lot more done. When I greet myself in the mirror, I like to begin by stating 3 affirmations of gratitude, health, and abundance. False. I scrub my face violently like I'm trying to remove it from my body, and I apply various creams in an attempt to combat my body's inevitable decay. The morning routine is really just a cream routine. Applying my various creams. I kind of feel like eye creams are kind of BS. It's like, oh, the skin under your eye needs a special lotion. That's different skin, that's different lotion. One of the biggest anxiety productivity hacks I've learned is how to break the cycle. I'm an anxious person who's already inclined to focus on everything I've done wrong. The good news is that I slept with my contacts in last night. For example, I used to waste a lot of energy beating myself up for not being able to do a 5 a.m. wake up time. Okay, I put all my creams on. I put various creams on my face. But that guilt just made me more anxious, more paralyzed, and less productive. The biggest change has been when I A, set a more attainable wake-up goal, and B, accepted that I need a lot of sleep. Once I removed this unrealistic expectation for myself, I started getting paralyzed much less often. That's right, now I'm beautiful. To get my emotional and creative juices flowing, I start with 15 minutes of journaling. Ideas, memories, and emotions flow. There are no wrong answers. Wrong again. There are definitely wrong answers, and trying to use my brain first thing in the morning, for me, is one of them. Journaling first thing in the morning is really nice. I have tried it, but it just doesn't work for me first thing in the morning. I am brain dead. I'm brain dead. Look at this. That's nothing. That's nothing. It's nonsense. I can't journal first thing, okay? That was nonsense. Instead, I like to kind of mope. This is usually my moping hour. Just like simmer in my own smell, and I feel like I get like a similar effect from that. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. I'm not kidding when I say that this time staring into the void is really important. Don't freak out when you're left feeling bored. That's how you know you're working on your screen time limits. Boredom is the scientific prerequisite to ever having new ideas or creativity. I recently deleted work apps from my phone, and that was the most successful. Aim for boredom. Being bored is so important because it's in that boredom that I'm like forced to think of something else I might want to do. Light this candle. Literally every step of my morning is about romancing myself. Sometimes I will pick up a book. Here's the key. Here's the key of a book you gotta pick up. You have to pick up a book that's mostly pictures because then you get to feel self-righteous, but you don't have to read. One of my favorites recently, outside in, Interiors Born from Nature, Brian Paquette. I would definitely check this out. It's a new staple in my coffee table book. You know what else is in my coffee table books? Most of my books are full of flowers I'm pressing. I don't know if you can see that. Most of my books are full of flowers I'm pressing. I'll talk more about that later. It's when you're bored that you're gonna be pushed to look for harder things. Doing a craft, like going for a walk, staring at a wallpaper. Remember how we used to all just sit on the toilet and like stare at the floor, stare at the tile floor? I couldn't tell you what any bathroom floors look like anymore. Those are kind of sacred moments to me that I miss. So to me, the fact that I've caught myself feeling bored a lot is a really good sign. Rather than immediately filling my body with food or drink, I start by honoring my body with an early morning stretch. False. I basically need to immediately chew on something. Much like a dog.
But I'm weak, and what's wrong with that?
One of my healthiest morning habits is learning how to embrace my cravings in a healthy way. For example, first thing in the morning, I want to chew on something, I crave candy and sugar, and I know that's not going to make me feel good long term, but I don't want to completely ignore that feeling so that it's the only thing I'm thinking about. So instead, I usually eat dates. Dates offer sugar, calories, and chew satisfaction without fully leaning into a candy craving that will start my day off poorly.
No, thank you.
My other staples include a variety of liquids, some that are good for me, some that I just freaking feel like it. Electrolyte drink because I'm dehydrated. Coffee because I get too hydrated. We gotta balance them out. Is it psychotic? Yeah, it probably is. But like, whatever. Something in the morning has to be stupid, and this is one of those things. Basically, everything in my morning routine is trying to figure out the middle ground between like my worst impulses. Immediately eat candy, sleep till 2 p.m. and like accepting also what I need, what my body needs, and not trying to force myself to be some other person, but still like push myself towards habits that make me feel good. Like sleeping till 2 p.m. and eating candy first thing in the morning don't actually make me feel good. I really believe in this. To me, fighting all of my impulses all day long is not actually a healthier, better morning because it means my mind is excessively preoccupied. Instead, I try to negotiate that balance between acknowledging my cravings and moving towards healthy habits. Here's another part of my morning routine, which is constantly pulling hair off of my body, like hairs from my head. They're just everywhere. I have two major systems that help me with work productivity. The first is around texting. I find texting throughout the day to be so disruptive and it drives me crazy. So instead, I set aside a few minutes first thing in the morning to reply to texts for the day and another block of time later in the afternoon. But other than those times, I only reply to texts if they are time sensitive. Anything chatty and not time sensitive will have to wait for the morning block or afternoon block. My other system is using the Pomodoro method. I did not invent it. It is very basic, but it works miracles. It's working in 25-minute increments with a 5-minute break throughout the day. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference. So you set a timer on your phone. I set a timer for 25 minutes. I do 25 minutes of work and then do a 5-minute break all through my work period. 25 work, 5-minute break. 25 work, 5-minute break. The keys are this. The 5-minute break, like you have to get up and do anything physical. It doesn't have to be a workout, but just like, don't just be sitting and looking at your computer at non-work stuff. For me, it's the most helpful when I'm doing an editing day. An editing day could mean 5, 8, 10, 14 hours of staring at my editing screen. And then by the end of the day, I want to murder people. And I feel horrible and there's like no recuperating and I'm in a horrible mood. But when I do the 25 on, 5 off, I actually usually can put in more work hours in the day and I'm not homicidal. I really recommend trying it. It's a tiny thing. I've recommended it to so many people. 25 on, 5 off. The thing about working in 25-minute increments is that it's really short. It almost always feels like you could easily keep working, and that's the key. You stop before you burn out, before you turn to violence, and then you know exactly where you want to pick up again after you return from your break. I like to do something light, usually like a chore. So by the end of the day, I've gotten a huge chunk of chores done and I have continually re-energized my body through the day. It sounds simple, but trust me, whenever people try this, it blows their mind. I never never sit in this chair. I don't know, maybe I should just be sitting alone in the corner of my room more often. I don't usually get dressed in the morning. Honestly, that's not part of my morning routine. I'm not usually getting dressed till like 3 p.m. But I'm gonna skip ahead and talk about clothes for a second because this episode is sponsored by ThredUp. I just got like 6 different dresses for spring from ThredUp. I'm gonna show freaking some of these dresses because they're so cute. Oh, actually, I got this shirt from ThredUp. This is from Aloe Yoga, which if you haven't looked at Aloe Yoga, it's like $1 million. And then I saw this perfectly in my size. Normally $95, I got it for $39. Wow. Wow. I really like this dress. This dress is from 𝐿_SPACE. This dress in retail is usually $127. I got it for $43. Yes. I've already worn this on several date nights. I really like a dress like this because it's like extremely comfortable. Like I can put sneakers on it or do the heels. I have not had a chance to wear this one yet, but I think it's the one that I'm most excited about. Petal and Pup, usually $76. I got it for $27. Yeah. I feel like if I get an invitation to like a beach party, a party on the beach, this is the one. If you don't know about ThredUp, girl, where you been? It's the largest online thrift store, consignment store. You can prioritize shopping secondhand. They had so much to choose from. I feel like I found so many pieces in just a few minutes. I got this little bad boy. Originally retails for $49. I got it for $16.99. I wore it on Easter with a little pink sweater, blue heels, little dress, 16 bucks. What the hell? Yes, please. This is also from 𝐿_SPACE, originally $127. I got it for $34. Okay. I really like a little baby doll. I also really like doing like a pop of a different color shoe. I feel cute. I don't know if I look like a little Amish, but I really, like, I love the neck on this. I think this is a dress that my sister Elizabeth would make fun of me for because she says sometimes I dress Amish, but I think it's so pretty. This brand is Millie, which I'm not familiar with, but I think I will look at them more now. Now I understand why people always do this pose. I have to show their shoe, right? Otherwise it's just this. That's not ideal. So I feel like I have all my spring summer dresses covered. I have like casual, comfy, sexy, and formal / beach party. If you like some of the dresses I showed, I saved a bunch more things on my favorites list on ThredUp. I'll put the link in the description. And use code Caroline. You can get 35% off and free shipping on your first order. You can shop the other looks I liked. I actually bought more things than this, but the rest aren't dresses, so. I love clothes.
That's the motto.
I am not a good cook. This is well known. I'm not interested in cooking. Please don't teach me how to cook. But I do still try to make something that will be nutritious and good for me. I like fresh things. I'm making myself an egg in the hole. Bread, egg, butter. It's simple. Personally, I find that I need both protein and a starch to keep me satiated and energized throughout the day. I always include both in every meal. That's a personal preference. Do what you need to do, dog. I have to call this upholsterer, fabric upholsterer, to answer some questions about an upcoming subscriber room makeover, y'all. Pretty excited about this. Hi, this is Caroline Winkler. I got a call from you.
Flaws, but like, you know what nubs are? You like a nub?
No, I mean not in the terms for fabric.
Right. So there's these weaves that go up and down side. So man,
yeah.
See how it comes up a little nubby?
A little nubby. Oh. Okay, so totally fine with the nubs. A-okay on the nubs. So railroading it means.
One second, let me check.
Okay, thank you. Hello?
I'll call you when it's ready.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Have a good day.
Bye, you too. Nubs. Okay. On one of my 5-minute breaks, I like to go for a little walk, even if it's just around the block. Everyone says you're supposed to. Nope.
But I'm weak.
Listen, walks are good for you, and I don't know what my problem is, but I can never actually motivate to go for a walk in the middle of the day. Sometimes, but it's not that often. Instead, this is my favorite 5-minute nature alternative. Okay, one of the things that I'm doing during my physical breaks, I talked about taking like a 5-minute physical break while I'm working. I really like redoing my flower arrangements. I have them all over the place. This is the teeny tiniest little baby vase my brother made out of walnut. My brother made this. My brother made this. Are you kidding me? I'll link his Etsy shop. He has a whole Etsy shop where you can buy his tiny vases. He also made that giant wood vase back there, right here. But not only am I like rearranging my flowers, which I'm always doing, but I'm now pressing my flowers. Like almost every single book in my house, in my apartment, is full of pressed flowers. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with them, but I'm just obsessed with pressing flowers now. Like here's some I pressed a while ago, then I just framed them. And what's great about it is that like you put the flowers in a book, you completely forget you ever did it, and then like 2 months later, I find them by accident and I'm like, oh my God, a craft, like instant craft, it's done. Let's see, this one has some in it. Oh, wow. Like I would instantly put those in a frame. I love these. Anyhow, this can take a bit of time, but I'll do it throughout the day in like 5-minute increments. These are pretty ones. I like that. Cute. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow, so pretty. Wow, so pretty. I love it. Yes. Ooh, my shirt is eating me. That's my morning. That is my morning. Yeah, I feel like the thing that's just not super helpful about some of the morning routines presented when it's like super disciplined and well curated and screen free and la la la. It's like, yeah, some people can do that some days, but most people can't do it most days, or definitely not like the majority of days. And so it can get a little tricky when you get this idea implanted that like that should be the standard. It's like, no, that's like a very accomplished day, but not every day has to be like that. Maybe that's not even an accomplished day. Maybe that's just like an annoying kind of day. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I wish I was disciplined enough to like take myself out for walks. Sometimes I am, usually I'm not. But to me, it's been important to figure out what are the ways I can make the day survivable, like, oh, especially a work day, and not want to end my life at the end of it, or end someone else's, or throw my screen out the window. It's pretty rainy today, and I think it's making me lazier than I should be. Or maybe it's making me exactly as lazy as I should be. Wow, think about that.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho.
I usually get up around 8:30, and that brings me to the only thing in this video that is going to be a lie. It is not 8:30 right now. It's 10:40, and that is because it takes me a while to wake up in the morning, and the one thing I'm not going to do is film. Ain't no way. Whoa, remember you can shop my favorites on ThredUp and use code Caroline to get 35% off plus free shipping on your first order.